The fate of a proposed USL Championship stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island may be determined on Tuesday, May 14th. Virtuous Partners, the lead construction company of the project, is asking for an additional $20 million from the state of Rhode Island and $10 million from the city of Pawtucket to complete the project. Brett Johnson, owner of the company, stated, "We are pleased that the Commerce Board will meet Tuesday to consider the updated terms presented by the city and Virtuous. Based on lengthy discussions between the state, city, and Virtuous, the proposal envisions a city and state share to address the public gap with $20 million financed by the state and $10 million financed by the city, which will be financed through the already approved Super TIF legislation passed in 2019. Virtuous continues to pledge an additional $20.5 million in new private equity and will privately finance $31 million in debt for the stadium. This is above and beyond the previous commitment of $25 million in private equity. In the new arrangement, Virtuous has also agreed to pay additional property taxes to the city that would allow the public sector to recoup some of their investment, enter into a profit-sharing arrangement with the city and state, a step that is almost unprecedented in the United States. The city Virtuous proposal also includes provisions that remove uncertainty in later phases of the project that would hinder the critical housing and retail phases of the project from proceeding. We look forward to continuing to act in good faith, discuss the proposal with the Commerce Board on Tuesday, and ultimately receive a vote to continue the progress and make Tidewater Landing a reality for the residents of the city of Pawtucket and the state of Rhode Island. The politics surrounding this is whether or not the construction company sincerely needs the additional funds it's asking for. The company currently blames the need on rising costs for construction parts, material, and inflation. The Super TIF for 2019, however, is supposedly for public infrastructure and non-stadium development. Today, it seems as if the construction company wants the stadium to be part of the TIF, which will most likely lead to political debates and activism uprising in the area, which could prolong the completion of the project. Pro Iowa, one of 3 potential new USL clubs seeking to start in time for the 2026 World Cup, will no longer start play in its original plan for 2024. Such delay is due to the same situation that Pawtucket is facing, which is inflation, rising costs of construction materials, and worker shortage. More than $50 million has been secured for the stadium project, including $23.5 million from the state and at least $5 million from local government in Des Moines. In summary, if the club chose to start their season in 2024, they would have been without a home stadium to play in and would have had to travel to different locations in the city, similar to what NYCFC of the MLS is going through. Also, the stadium is part of a total revitalization project in the town as it seeks to emerge as a major Midwestern city in the coming decades. Therefore, it's imperative for the city and the soccer community to take its time. Wilmington is another town that desires to launch a United Soccer League club in 2024. However, this club will be in the League One division, joining 2 other clubs in the state that are already in. This week, the group called USL to Wilmington was given exclusive rights by the USL to pursue a professional franchise in the port city. Now the hard work begins in planning and developing a stadium. Based on how other proposed USL cities are struggling with inflation, construction costs, and supply chain issues, it may take a full Herculean effort from the entire Southeast North Carolina region to get a club started before the 2026 World Cup season. The road to New Orleans potentially getting a USL Championship, League One, or League Two club reached a milestone as Jefferson Parish recently awarded $15 million to transform a current vacant baseball stadium into a football stadium that is projected to host high school and rugby games, in addition to being used as a New Orleans Saints practice field for minicamp during off-season training. Per the New Orleans Advocate, the Jefferson Parish Council adopted a modified version of its spending plan for $84 million in federal pandemic stimulus funds, putting more toward the planned reconfiguration of the Shrine on Airline and renovating the Alario Center, according to Chad Calder of the New Orleans Advocate. The council bumped the amount for the 2 major projects from $15 million to $20 million. $15 million for the baseball complex and $5 million for the Alario Center in West Wago. Council member Scott Walker said that after initial discussions, it was decided that more money was needed to address the issues at both facilities. He added that converting the Shrine on Airline from a stadium built for minor league baseball to one that can also host concerts, football, and soccer games and New Orleans Saints scrimmages will have a major impact on the area around it. A redesigned shrine could help the area attract a minor league soccer team as well. The work at the stadium is expected to cost more than $15 million, but officials recently said that they hope to get additional money from the state for the project. In regards to attracting a minor league soccer team, there has been no official word on any potential investor nor the United Soccer League into investing New Orleans at the moment. However, based on how the sport is growing in fellow cities such as Atlanta, Nashville, and the entire state of North Carolina, soccer hopefuls in the Big Easy should remain optimistic that a legitimate professional football club can become a reality. The key at this point for soccer loyals in the city is finding an investor who is dedicated to tapping into the Bitcoin of American sports, someone like a Percy Miller.